The 2026 Toyota Avanza arrives with a quiet confidence, the kind that doesn't need to scream to be noticed. It's not here to shock anyone with radical changes or headline-grabbing horsepower. Instead, it refines what already worked, improves where it needed to, and quietly adds features that take this popular MPV into a smarter, smoother, and more versatile future. For those of us who love a good build as much as a good burn, this new Avanza lays down the groundwork for something truly flexible, practical enough for the school run, yet just begging for tasteful mods on the weekends. Underneath, the Avanza keeps its proven DNGA platform Daihatsu new global architecture, which switched the car from rear-wheel drive to front-wheel drive a few years back. That alone was a big deal. But in 2026, Toyota pushes it even further. Structural adhesives have been added to 27 joints, and the result is a body that's 8% more rigid. That doesn't just help with handling, it improves noise insulation, reduces vibrations, and makes the entire vehicle feel more composed on rough roads or uneven pavement. The wheelbase is stretched another 20 mm this year, and track width is up 15 mm. These sound like small changes, but together they make the Avanza feel more planted and stable, especially at highway speeds. It still fits into tight parking spaces thanks to a class-leading 4.9-meter turning radius, but on the move, there's more composure and confidence. Inside the cabin, space gets a boost too. Toyota's tweaked the seat designs and packaging to unlock an extra 38 mm of third-row knee room and 16 mm of headroom up front. Not bad for a car that's only 1 mm shorter in height than the outgoing model. The second-row seats now offer 260 mm of slide travel, meaning rear-facing child seats no longer mean front passengers have to sacrifice legroom. Cargo capacity sees a real improvement. The floor behind the third row now extends 455 mm, which makes a huge difference when you're hauling groceries or a week's worth of sports gear. Fold down both rows and you get nearly 2,000 liters of flat load space. Toyota even added grocery bag hooks in the rear trim panel, so tiny touches like that make everyday use a bit less frustrating. The interior tech has also come a long way. The old semi-floating 8-inch infotainment screen is gone, replaced with a fully floating 9.8-inch unit that runs Toyota's updated Linux-based software. It supports over-the-air updates and now includes wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The new digital gauge cluster is a 7-inch screen that can show hybrid power flow, navigation info, or switch to a more classic twin-dial look. One cool new feature is Toyota Pay, basically a digital wallet that can limit how much gas money your teenager can use each week. Once they hit the cap, the system shifts into eco mode and encourages smoother driving. It's a clever way to build good habits without needing constant lectures. Let's talk powertrain. The big story is the new eSmart hybrid system, built around a 1.5-liter, 3-cylinder Atkinson cycle engine paired with a 59-kilowatt electric motor. Total system output is 142 kilowatts, roughly 190 horsepower. That makes this Avanza the most powerful version ever made. It's not a hot hatch, but for an MPV, sub-10 seconds 0-100 km/h performance is seriously respectable. More importantly, the electric motor handles most of the low-speed work, meaning it's quiet, responsive, and incredibly efficient around town. Toyota quotes a fuel efficiency figure of 22.4 km/L on the WLTP cycle. That's a 25% improvement over the outgoing CVT-only models. And the electric boost makes it feel more responsive in city traffic, where hybrids really shine. The hybrid also unlocks new tech like proactive driving assist. It uses region braking to slow the car automatically when it senses curves ahead, and the latest Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 suite is standard across the board. You get adaptive cruise, lane change assist, lane departure warning, pre-collision braking with motorcycle detection, and even a drive monitoring camera that tracks your eye movements. Take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds, and the wheel vibrates. Ignore it for 10, and the car taps the brakes to get your attention. So how does it drive? In a word, refined. The suspension absorbs bumps better thanks to that added rigidity and some retuning in the torsion beam. The hybrid motor gives you smooth, instant torque off the line, and the new split-gear DCVT system blends gear and belt drive for better efficiency and a more natural feel. No more high-revving drone like older CVTs. Steering has been tuned to give more assistance at low speeds and more weight at higher speeds. The brake pedal now blends rigid and mechanical braking much more smoothly. No more guessing whether you're stopping with electrons or discs, it all just works. Now, let's get into the fun stuff, mod potential. The DNGA platform is shared with other models like the Peridua Alza and Veloz, meaning there's already a growing aftermarket. Want sharper turn-in? GI Yaris camber bolts drop in up front and give you up to 1.5 degrees of negative camber. The rear torsion beam can be stiffened using bushings from the Alza, giving you more stability through corners without harsh ride penalties. The stock exhaust is a bottleneck. Installing a 3-inch catback system frees up airflow and adds around 8 kilowatts, though you'll want to stay under 92 decibels or you might trigger the cabin's active noise cancellation. Tuning the hybrid EQ is still early days, but some tuners are already teasing an extra 15 kilowatts by increasing electric motor current and ignition timing. You'll need to monitor your coolant temps closely, though those active grille shutters stay closed longer now to optimize aero, which means airflow is more restricted. A basic intake swap and better cooling management will go a long way. Visually, 18-inch wheels with 225/45 tires fill the arches nicely and boost cornering grip. You can run these without rubbing, and they also widen the stance by around 11 mm. A gloss black engine cover with red Toyota script hides under the hood, just waiting for a build and burn decal. It's almost like Toyota designed this car with tuners in mind. Pricing is surprisingly reasonable. In Indonesia, the base 1.3e model starts just under 300 million rupiah. The hybrid 1.5G comes in around 370 million, and the top-spec Veloz with panoramic roof and JBL sound hits just over 400 million. In markets like the Philippines, early dealer leaks suggest a 90,000 to 110,000 peso premium over the outgoing model. Worth it, considering all the added tech and performance. First units are expected to arrive in Indonesia by January 2026, with rollouts in Malaysia, the Philippines, and South Africa by mid-year. At the end of the day, the 2026 Toyota Avanza doesn't pretend to be a sports car. It knows its mission: haul families, sip fuel, and survive daily abuse. But now, it does all that while delivering a smoother drive, better tech, and just enough electrified punch to make even the short runs a bit more enjoyable. And for us on Build and Burn, it delivers the foundation we need: affordable, tunable, and capable of transformation. Whether you leave it stock or start turning bolts the moment it lands in your driveway, the new Avanza gives you options. It's not just a people mover anymore, it's a platform,